The year is March 24th, 2009, one day after the event of FedEx 80. A c-400 was coming into land. It had to take special cargo from the main airport all the way to the mountain airport. Factory airport. So the plane was decreasing altitude. For some reason, it kept not getting aligned with the runway. But the plane continued on descending.
500.
But the pilot thought they were descending a bit too much.
300.
And they landed.
100.
And they landed perfectly on the run. Kinda perfectly on the runway. See, on the taxiing is done. Oh wait, the c-400 had taxied, and there was a bunch of cargo being the ramp was opened, and a bunch of cargo was loaded up. 2 seconds later, c-400's friend, the c-130 had taxied right beside it. There was a car being loaded up onto the c-130, while the c-400 was being loaded up on cargo. But the ramp had not been lowered down on the c-130, so the car had to reverse. And the driver got out and had to go inside the plane to open up the ramp. Yeah, I'm stuck. Oh no. Oh, never mind. The ramp was lowered down, and the car was able to be loaded into the back of the plane. The ramp was opened up, had closed up, and shortly when the c-130 was loaded up, the c-400 was fully loaded up on cargo, and the pilot was ready. For takeoff to the factory airport to drop off the cargo. So the plane was now taxiing to runway 33. The bigger c-400 said goodbye to the c-130's crew. As they taxied to the runway. A cool feature I like to point out is how the wheels actually spin, because when I first played this game, I never even realized the wheels spinning. So yeah, that's a pretty cool feature. For some reason, the pilot decided to take off from the taxiway, not from the runway. And so the plane had taken off from the taxiway, not the runway. The co-pilot didn't know why the pilot did that. He said it's because to save time and not fully taxi and run out of fuel. But the plane had refueled when the c-130 was getting all loaded up. The pilot was heading up to cruising altitude.
Banking.
And too sharp of a turn. But the plane had to quickly drop 5 cargo at the main airport because the main airport needed some cargo. But the plane did not want to crash into terrain. Soon they had decreased altitude, and cargo was ready to be airborne for more planes. Five out of the 10 cargo. The pilot had accidentally dropped all the cargo off at the main airport. Oopsies, said the pilot. My bad. But at least now the main airport has enough cargo to load up their planes. Yeah, said the co-pilot. Now the plane was headed towards their destination to load up on more cargo. The factory airport. So see you when I'm close. Soon the plane was getting closer to the same mountain that Japan Airlines Flight 123 had crashed. The wreck had been cleared after the crash. The plane was now getting closer to the factory airport. Since the pilot was lost because he never flew to the factory airport before, he decided to use the autopilot. But once the plane would land, that's when the trouble would begin. Because the pilot said, "I hope we don't bounce like FedEx 80, which happened yesterday." But the plane crew didn't know that the plane would maybe bounce. The autopilot had nearly crashed the plane into the sea. And then the pilot had seen their destination and turned there. The plane was going too fast to pull the landing gear out, but then the pilot decided to use the auto brakes to land. Soon that's when the plane started decreasing rapidly. Pull the landing gear in. We're decreasing too fast, said the pilot. Oh, crap. Quick, pull up. The plane was now decreasing for the runway.
500, 400.
The pilot said, "Let's aim for the runway."
200.
So they did. But the plane was now crashing, was headed straight towards the water because it was, oh crap. But then that's when the trouble began, because when the plane was taxiing, the plane was speeding up. And now the plane had took off, was starting to take off, and then the plane started bouncing along the runway.
20. Systems damage.
The plane had lost one of its winglets, and now it was banking and crashed into a mountain.